we're all natural competitors, right? I think you need to have that gene to make it to this point. So whenever you can take it back to what made you fall in love with this game, I think anybody craves that, right? You know, I think all of us grew up playing or starting playing like one-on-one with your friend in the backyard. So that kind of, you know, stems some memories, and then you get competitive and someone scores on you, you score on them. It's just kind of a product of just being a competitive creature, beast, whatever you want to call it.
How big are the games this weekend with where you guys sit, having a small cushion for that 7th seed? Just how big's the opportunity?
Yeah, I think the biggest thing for us is we take it one game at a time, right? Our biggest game is our next one. So obviously Golden State has been playing really well, adding Jimmy Butler, and they've done a great job of kind of just finding ways to win games, whether if it's manufacturing stops and scoring through turnovers or, you know, guys making timely shots for them. So we're going to have to do a great job of forcing them to take shots that, you know, we want them to take, and for us to continue to play fast and shoot threes and play at a quicker pace.
My last question is, what have you seen out of Butler with Golden State? What does he add to their mix?
Yeah, I mean, you talk about someone that is all NBA level player. Sometimes even MVP caliber, right? You know, he's been in those conversations. He offers a lot of different dynamics on both sides of the ball. So he can facilitate, he can score, and then he can guard your other team's best player. So he offers a lot of challenges, and I think since the trade has kind of given them like an energy boost with all the things that he's capable of doing. So obviously it's a tall task stopping him, but it's going to take a collective group.
George, at times we've seen you coach up a guy like Zachary or just some of the younger guys on the bench, whether it's in practice as well today. Just when you're coming in at the trade deadline, how do you find that balance of like imparting your voice and knowledge into the group that's already kind of been established?
Yeah, my first time around with Quinn, I was lucky enough to have like a ton of you know, older guys, veterans. Like I think about, you know, the things that Joe Ingles would kind of spell out and show me when I was a young player, or Ricky Rubio or Mike Conley or Jay Crowder. And those are some of those little tidbits and pieces of knowledge you take with you for the, you know, rest of your career. And if there's anything that I can see, show, or tell to these guys, I definitely, you know, want to share that, because, you know, obviously when you're young, you're super talented, you're also naive, and you don't know everything. So if I can help them kind of gain a little bit of a mental advantage, I definitely want to do that. In terms of a guy like Zach, I mean, I couldn't imagine being 19 and being in the position that he's in, and whether the success you're having or the failures, like to just be level-headed enough to keep going. I think it speaks volumes to his character and who he is, that he's fearless, and he's going to have a very long, successful career, and I'm lucky that I get to see the beginning part of it.
I mean, he just seems like a sponge who wants to absorb knowledge from so many different people. What is it like working with a player who has shown that sort of maturity at his young age?
Yeah, I think, you know, there's two types of young players, right? Ones that want to know everything, and others that think they know everything, right? And Zach has clearly shown that he's someone that, you know, wants to learn as much as possible. And you think about that through the language barrier, through being young. It's impressive to see where he started and where I was, you know, in Cleveland, and what your thoughts were from an opposing team aspect to where we are now, and how much he's grown. And I like it, you can't be serious if you don't have him in the Rookie of the Year conversation. I think his progression throughout the year, especially on a team that, you know, is winning, you know, and trying to make the playoffs, I think it's been impressive what he's been able to do. And for sure, it wouldn't be a surprise to me if he won Rookie of the Year, because he truly deserves it.
And I'm curious, sorry if this is a stupid question, but do you speak French? I know your dad is...
Comme ci, comme ça. There we go.
Anything else? Last one. A good French teacher?
You know, Zach is a lot of great things, but when it comes to teaching French, we haven't gotten there just yet. We're still...
Okay.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, no, he's great. He's great at everything. We love Zach. Zach for Rookie of the Year.